Amara loved books. She had always been a quiet girl who found comfort in the old town library. It was a place where she could escape from the noise of the world and dive into the stories that filled the shelves. The library was ancient, with tall wooden shelves that reached the ceiling and the smell of old paper lingering in the air. Not many people visited the library anymore, and Amara liked it that way. It felt like her own secret place. One evening, as she wandered through the dusty aisles, she came across a section she had never noticed before. It was tucked away in a dark corner at the back of the library, hidden behind a large bookshelf. Curiosity took over, and she walked toward it. There, resting on the shelf, was a strange, leather-bound book with no title. It looked old, even older than the other books in the library. Amara gently picked it up. The cover was worn and soft, but there were no words or markings on it. She opened the book, expecting to find yellowed pages filled with text. But to her surprise, the pages were completely blank. Confused, she flipped through more pages. Every single one was empty. Just as she was about to close the book and put it back, something strange happened. Words began to appear on the page, as if they were being written by an invisible hand. Amara's heart skipped a beat. She stared at the words, which now formed sentences. The text described exactly what she was doing at that moment. Amara stood in the quiet library, holding a book with no title, her hands trembling with both curiosity and fear. Her breath caught in her throat. How could the book know what she was doing? Was this some kind of trick? She turned the page, and the words continued to describe her actions in real time. Her fingers slowly flipped through the pages, her mind racing with questions. Amara looked around the library nervously. She was still alone, or so it seemed. Her hands shook slightly as she turned to the last page of the book. There, written in bold letters, was a single chilling sentence. Do not leave the library. They are waiting for you outside. A cold shiver ran down her spine. Who were they? And why were they waiting for her? The library, which had always felt so safe and familiar, suddenly seemed dark and unfriendly. The air felt heavier, and the silence around her was unnerving. She closed the book quickly, her heart pounding in her chest. For a moment, she considered leaving. But as she glanced toward the door, she felt a sudden wave of fear. What if the warning was real? What if someone, or something, was waiting for her outside? The lights in the library flickered. The room seemed darker than before, the shadows longer and more menacing. Amara's heart raced as she stood frozen, unsure.